It has been announced that the new book titled The Gentle Art of Swedish Death Cleaning will be released this January in the United States. Now, it does sound pretty morbid, but this new book could be a game changer for decluttering. In this video, we're going to be talking a little bit about this death cleaning and some of the benefits. Hello you guys, and welcome to Abundantly Minimal. My name is Sarah and I'm really happy you guys are joining me for this video today. Many have read the book, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, and that is definitely for some kind of a minimalist manifesto of sorts in terms of what has motivated them to limit their items to those that truly spark joy and eliminate a lot of the unnecessary clutter that's causing some really negative effects in our lives. And I think it's wonderful. It's been an impetus for many, and even though personally I have not actually read that book myself, I know personally many who have benefited greatly. But this book I recently just heard about from a variety of news sources called The Gentle Art of Swedish Death Cleaning by Margareta Magnusson. It definitely catches your attention, and I know can kind of bring the question, what is death cleaning? The idea with death cleaning is that once you hit a certain age, she suggests 50 and above, you start to think about your items more so from the perspective of, who knows how long that I'll be around. I should start going through my things and reducing the items I have. It addresses the blunt truth that when someone's gone, their family members and friends are the ones who have to deal with that stuff. And chances are, they don't really want to be dealing with that stuff. Many of us live very busy lives, and it can be a challenge just dealing with our own stuff. Even for Jake and myself, who've been living a minimalist life for several years now, we're still dealing with clutter. We still manage to find things that we're wondering why we're holding on to them. And so if you can imagine someone who has had a very full lifetime of collecting stuff and hasn't really dealt with it much, this feat can be really challenging. I personally have not had to deal with it myself, fortunately, at this point in my life. But to imagine the sheer number of possessions that one must go through, either you're going to be spending a really long period of time going through this, maybe much longer than you have available, to really give each item the time it deserves to decide what happens to it, whether it is thrown away or donated or sold, that sort of thing. Or kept, of course, as maybe a family heirloom or something. Or you just don't have the time or ability to do that, and you have to make a lot of rash decisions. You throw together a quick estate sale just to get stuff out of the house. You get a giant dumpster and just throw everything away without going through it. Like, there could be a variety of sources, and I know for myself, fast forwarding many years down the road to when it becomes that time, I really don't want to be a negative memory, or I don't want my legacy to be all this stuff that my loved ones and friends have to go through. I don't want that life. I'm hopeful that the decluttering that Jake and I have already gone through so far will only continue in our lives, and so when it does become that time, people can be focusing more on what actually matters, not dealing with all of the stuff, and even paying for the stuff. Paying for the storage of the stuff. One of the key questions that Magnusson uses in her new book is, will anyone I know be happier if I keep this? Now, I'm not trying to say here that we have nothing valuable to others. I'm sure that all of us have specific items that would be very much appreciated by other family members. For instance, certain photos can be really fun treasures to see what their life was like in the past, or maybe certain household items that have been passed down and that are very desired. While those items exist, it's certainly true to say that there are other items that no one would miss, and no one would need, and no one would want. And if these items are just passed on and then you feel guilty about holding on to them, that doesn't really seem to be the purpose of what those items were. Being able to let go of these items, ideally while you're still alive, is very liberating, and it's kind of a matter of choice, deciding what memories do I wish to hold on to and which items or memories do I wish to let go of. And I think that anything that brings about a negative emotion for us, I think should be passed on to whatever avenue that is. Even though I personally have not yet read this book, as it is not yet available, I am very excited about the idea of it. And I think that even for those of us who are not yet 50 and above, we can benefit greatly from this message too. I know for myself that I, in 22, 23 years, managed to accumulate so much stuff, a shocking amount of stuff for someone who is so young. And so I can only imagine that as time goes on, if someone's living a lifestyle that is very stuff-centered or consistently bringing new stuff in, which I think is many people, then you could have a huge assortment of items to deal with on your hands. So I think that using this maybe as impetus or motivation to help start not only cutting the amount of stuff that's coming into your life, but also reducing the items that you have around your space can be so important. The idea, we don't want to leave this negative legacy behind for others that we care about to deal with. If this is something of interest to you, I will leave the description to the actual book down below if you're interested in pre-ordering it. I know that I will be interested to check that out. And if decluttering is something that you are interested in doing, I've got so many videos on this YouTube channel to help you with that. I'll actually put a playlist right here of some decluttering videos, and you can subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future content. I do put several videos out each week. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this down below in the comments if you wish. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.